Something is happening behind the scenes at Newcastle United. Something big. Something that could completely change the club's direction over the coming months. The most observant fans have already picked up on some of the signs. A small move here, a stray comment there, and now, experts are beginning to raise questions that cast doubt even on what once seemed certain about the club's Champions League ambitions. This isn't just about winning matches. It's a race against time, against numbers, and against a rule that, for many, is the Premier League's new silent threat. And that's exactly where this story takes on a more dramatic turn, because behind every victory there's a financial equation being solved behind closed doors. The maths of success isn't just about goals, it's about millions, and a financial sustainability policy that has been keeping clubs like Newcastle awake at night. Gary Neville, in his usual direct style, said it loud and clear: PSR has become a real problem, a bottleneck that separates dreams from reality even for clubs knocking on the door of Europe's elite. Before we go any further, if you're a Newcastle fan and want to stay updated with everything going on at the club, now's the perfect time to subscribe to the channel. Every week we bring you exclusive updates, behind-the-scenes stories and honest analysis you won't find anywhere else. And the best part, it's all in a straight to-the-point style. No nonsense. So if that sounds like your thing and you want to support this project, hit that subscribe button now. It really helps the channel grow and keep delivering high-quality content. Back to what really matters. Newcastle are on the brink of securing a top 5 finish in the Premier League, a result that would bring the long-awaited return to the Champions League. If they beat Chelsea on Sunday, they'll only need one more win from their final 2 matches to secure their European spot. That would open huge doors, more revenue, more exposure, and most importantly, greater strength in the transfer market. But if they slip up, the scenario changes drastically, and this is where things get tricky. According to Gary Neville, speaking on the It's Called Soccer podcast, the battle to comply with PSR regulations has become almost a matter of life or death. For those unfamiliar, PSR, or profit and sustainability rules, forces clubs to balance their books, even if it means selling promising talent. In 2024, Newcastle had to part ways with players like Yankuba Mina and Elliot Anderson. Talented youngsters were sold to avoid penalties, which could have included points deductions. The source of this information is Gary Neville himself, former player, Sky Sports pundit, and one of the most respected voices in English football media. And what he reveals is alarming. Clubs like Newcastle, Manchester United, Tottenham and Chelsea are all currently trying to balance financial responsibility with on-pitch success, and those who fail to do so pay a steep price. For Newcastle, beating Chelsea could mean not just 3 points, but potentially tens of millions of pounds, enough to avoid drastic measures like selling star players. This dilemma is being felt deeply within the club, and for the first time in a long time, Eddie Howe seems ready to play the game more aggressively. In a recent interview, the manager confirmed that Newcastle might move in the transfer market before the PSR deadline on the 30th of June. According to him, the club could benefit from the pressure other teams are under, potentially snapping up players from sides desperate to raise funds and avoid sanctions. If you've made it this far in the video, it's clear you really care about the future of Newcastle United. And that's why I'll take this moment to remind you once again to subscribe to the channel. Here we'll always keep you one step ahead, explaining not just what's happening on the pitch, but also the strategic decisions being made behind the scenes. It's free, it only takes 2 seconds, and it makes a huge difference in helping us continue this work. Let's move forward together. The grand plan of PIF, the investment fund that controls Newcastle, is to turn the club into a true European powerhouse. The goal is for Champions League football to become the norm, not the exception. But that will only be possible if the team can balance sporting performance with financial responsibility. It's not enough to dream big, you need the structure to support that dream, and that means knowing when to sell, how to negotiate, and most of all, how to recruit wisely. The truth is, the 2025 season could mark a turning point for Newcastle United. Securing a Champions League spot would bring stability, investment, and prestige, but missing out, especially under the weight of PSR, could force the club to make unwanted sacrifices. This Sunday's match against Chelsea isn't just another fixture, it's a disguised final. One of those moments that can redefine the future of an entire institution. And if you want to keep following every detail of this journey from the dressing room to the final whistle, you know what to do. Subscribe now, turn on the notification bell, and become part of our community. Here, Newcastle fans will always have a voice, information, and above all, respect. One thing's for sure, this season's final stretch still has surprises in store. The future is at stake, and it starts right now.